What up, y'all? I'm about to walk you through step by step how to set up a decentralized VPN. This has been a very big narrative lately with plenty of crypto projects now choosing to just geo-block Americans and even some other locations from claiming airdrops. All right. I mean, you go to these websites and they're they're locked down so tight that you can't even use certain VPNs to bypass them anymore. That's how serious these crypto projects are getting. And I get it. The regulation in certain places is very unclear right now. You have governments making threats, calling platforms out, telling them their securities, they need to report anything over $10,000 and all of this crazy stuff, right? And so a lot of these platforms, I feel like they don't want to deal with any of that. So what's the easiest way to not deal with any of that? Just block those countries' people from being able to participate. And most of them are going to give up. The very few that do end up claiming it, well, they slip through the cracks. And that's none of our business because we did everything we could to prevent them from doing so, right? We weren't willingly giving this to them. So there have been projects like this one. I think it's pronounced Meile decentralized VPN powered by Sentinel. They caught my attention, and Sentinel has been on Twitter kind of going at these different platforms and showing like, hey, we were geo-blocked, but we just used this location in order to claim this airdrop. So they're kind of utilizing their protocol to show how it's performing, right? When other people are saying, oh, I was using Proton Mail, oh, I was using Nord, and they're still blocked. They're changing different locations. They're still blocked from these websites. That's how tight things are getting right now. But this platform has been claiming, oh, we were able to claim this airdrop. We were able to bypass your geo block by using this location. So they're trying to tell people in the crypto world, hey, use our decentralized VPN and you won't be missing out on these airdrops. All right. Now, from my understanding, a decentralized VPN is a little bit different because the server, the way that it functions is all of these different locations are hosted on different nodes. All right. So it's decentralized. It's people hosting different nodes, different locations that you can take a vacation to, so to speak. Um, Damn, I can't find where I'm telling you, they've been coming at different projects. Like, hey, we just bypassed whatever. But I'm not gonna spend all day attempting to look for a tweet. But that's what grabbed my attention about that platform, right? This one right here, Sentinel. So this is their website. And let's just check it out. We'll spend a couple minutes here real quick, just kind of browse through it and get us an understanding of what this is. Launch a decentralized VPN. Download Sentinel dVPN, which I don't think has actually been released yet. I'm pretty sure that they are releasing their own VPN. Right now, they are just the foundation or the network that people can build upon. Use Sentinel dVPN. Browse your favorite website safely from anywhere in the world by using the Sentinel dVPN app or any of the other dVPN apps built using Sentinel. Build your own dVPN app. Effortlessly launch your own white label VPN application without any setup and server costs using the Sentinel open source white label SDK. Run a node. Earn passive income by running a node or buying a router and selling your unused bandwidth to the Sentinel network. Okay. So it's a cool website to come and check out and really understand what the movement is uh, and what they are providing. Here we go. This is what we want to see. How does DVPN work? The Sentinel back end is a permissionless blockchain that records the usage of bandwidth and transfer of currency between nodes and users. So they got payment gateways, IBC supported payments, Sentinel DVPN peer-to-peer marketplace, nodes, and then we got the users. All right. So we're all participating in this together. We're all making a stand together. And I think it's dope. Now, I attempted to download theirs. Like I said, I think they might have maybe something on the phone. I needed mine on a PC, and I don't think they're done releasing that yet. So I went and found a project that they promote because this project is built using their network. I believe it's pronounced Meile dVPN, a decentralized VPN client utilizing the Sentinel blockchain. And they have a way for you to pay with fiat, or you can pay with the DVPN token. All right. And you can see it works just like a normal VPN, and we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, not much to see on this website. And that's why I wanted to do this tutorial as well, because when I was going and setting this up, I mean, they have this little YouTube video, but there's nobody talking to you, nobody walking you through the steps. It's just visual, and there's some background music. It's not what you need for something like this, right? It can look scammy, but I've tested this out myself, and it's not a scam. It's legit. And also, I think a lot of people need walked through things step by step. We need to we need to use all of our senses to learn how something is being used sometimes. So I figured I'd get on here and I would talk you guys through it and show you on the screen exactly what you need to do. And we're going to go through step by step, like, walking through the actual app. How to get DVPN, because that's the currency that you'll be paying for this with, how to set your server up, all of that. Okay. Now, you just need to find whatever operating system that you're using. And then it's very simple. You just download. All right. Just download it. Boom. Now, once I downloaded, I'm using Windows, and I just went to my downloads, and I can see the program was downloaded. I didn't have to go through running it to set it up or anything like that. I simply just dragged it to my desktop, and then I opened the file. And when you open the file, it's going to look like it opens up your CMD. Now, let me see if I can share this now. Okay. When you open it, you're just going to see the CMD pop up. And then it's going to take a minute. Like literally, it takes a minute. And then a new screen is going to pop up, the Meile dVPN screen. That's going to have a loading bar, and it's going to load up. And then it's going to say something like get started at the bottom. It's going to say done. And then I think it says start. You're going to click the start button, and then you'll be looking at what I'm showing you right now. Once you are in this application, you can choose from different locations up top right here if you want to. And once you get to a certain location, I'm in Africa, I can just click around. So I can see France right here. And I could pop in. Now, this is something that they need to explain better because I don't understand what any of this shit means, if I'm being real with you, right? I just pretty much chose one server and I'm just testing it out. But I don't know what is good or what's bad. I know if it's pointing to red, that's probably not too good. I also noticed right here, some of these will tell you it didn't pass Sentinel's health check or it did pass their health check. So clearly one of those is good, right? Residential, they got data center, and then I also see they have businesses. So it's like all these different things that are not explained that the team hopefully at some point will break down for us. All right. And that's exactly why I'm doing this video, is just to kind of hold your hand, but let you know and let the team know, like, yo, we only know so much, right? Not all of us are super tech savvy like that. So we need some of this stuff broken down in a better video form if possible. But yeah, so you can choose different locations and kind of see what the servers have going on. And sometimes it'll show like how many votes, right? Like right here, I'm assuming people have used it and they were happy with the service, so they voted. Or maybe somebody figured out a way to vote on their own server to make it look more appealing. I don't know, right? We do not know what these mean. Score, I mean, they got a 10 here, but their meter is at the yellow. I feel like a 10 would probably be all the way in the green. I don't know. Once again, I have no clue. I'm just speculating with y'all. But anyways, um, then to make the names disappear, you just click on the little pin again. Uh, so yeah, that's kind of what you do. You know, you just gotta search around and see what server you want to test out. I chose one in Africa, specifically Nigeria. And now we can speak about well, before we get into that, they got a refresh button right here. So you can click that to kind of refresh all of the pins right here. And that's different nodes, right? Different nodes or different servers that you can connect to. And this is the most important part, right? So how do I set this up? Because even if you click these, you can't just use this. It's not free. You have to pay for any bandwidth that you're using on these different servers. You have to select a server and you got to pay to use that server. Okay. So how would you do that? You have to first create your wallet. So when you click this little wallet button down here, let me show you what's going to happen. I got to switch screens real quick. Bear with me. We are going to go to my internet browser and we're going to jump over to this video that the team has. All right. So this is the video that they put out that I was talking about earlier. And we want to find, see, this is that loading screen I was telling you about earlier. All right. Now he's clicking the wallet. No, don't go there. Click the wallet, man. Oh, yeah. So he just showed you if you click subscription and you don't have a wallet yet, it's going to give you an error and tell you need to go create a wallet. All right. So this is where we're at with it. So he's creating a wallet. Now you saw there, you can either create a wallet or you can restore a wallet. I hope you saw that. Which if you're restoring, you would just type in your private key. Okay. That's all you would have to do. And let's keep going. So now he's going to name it. He's going to give it a password right quick. Skip forward. This is the next screen that you'll see. Actually, back up. All right. Now, this is what you'll see if you create a wallet. You're going to have a mnemonic seed, also known as a seed phrase, also known as a recovery phrase at the very top. You're going to want to write all of these words down and store them safely. By now, if you're on my channel, you should know how this goes. We're not going to get into that. Do not copy the seed. Do not store it digitally. That's all I'll say on that. Okay. Then you got the name of the wallet. This is going to be your public address. No need to save that because you'll be able to come back to that shortly. Then you got your password. All right. So that's what you need to notice there. Okay. Now we'll go back to my screen. I will share the app one more time and I'll go into my wallet tab. Now, remember, you have to pay for each decentralized VPN node that you want to utilize. So how do you do that? Well, you just created a wallet and you need to pay with DVPN. So you have two options. You can pay with fiat through a credit or a debit card by clicking refuel. And this will pop up in a second. And you can put in your info right here. And you can pay for whatever set amount of DVPN that you need, or you could even change the currency to a different currency. All right, whichever one you want to use. And you can use the ones that are listed in here: DEC, SCRT, osmosis, Atom, or you can pay with DVPN. Now, that's one way to pay for this, which if you want to remain private, they say that they don't store any of that info. They simply use it for the transaction, blah, 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 blah. If I'm using a decentralized VPN, this is for crypto purposes, it's probably better off to just pay with crypto, right? So you're not having to do all that. So you would need one of these currencies. And we can walk through how to get VPND right now. Okay. So we're going to go to the internet browser one more again. And I'm going to go to, boom, there we go. And we will go to osmosis. Okay. You are going to need a Kepler wallet, KEPLR, and that is an extension on Google Chrome. And this is for the Cosmos ecosystem. Okay. And osmosis. So pretty much what you would do is we can go to layer swap real quick. And I'm going to choose Arbitrum 1. And I'm going to select osmosis. We're going to bridge USDCE. Am I connected to this joint? EVM. Okay, I wasn't connected. So I'm going to connect to my wallet. And we are going to bridge the maximum. Now, you probably only need about under $10. And if you want to only test this out, I mean, you probably need like $5, to be honest, maybe even a little bit less than that. You really don't need much. So I'm going to go ahead and bridge over. And pretty much all I'm going to do is take my osmosis address from my Kepler wallet. I'm not going to show you this so that I can keep my wallet private. I'm going to take my osmosis address and I'm going to paste it right here. Okay. And then it's going to bridge this USDCE over to the Kepler wallet. All right. Now, USDCE is also a gas token on osmosis within the Cosmos ecosystem. So I won't have to have any other currency over there. I can use this USDCE to swap into some VPND, which is what we're about to swap into. Okay. Keep that in mind. I'll be back with you in a second. Okay. Let's say the assets have been bridged, and now I'm over here at app.osmosis.zone. We will want to go to the swap tab. We would connect our wallet, and then we would grab that USDC that's going to be over here, and we would look for VPND or DVPN. DVPN. Now, if you cannot find DVPN, you will simply go to the assets tab and you will scroll down until you see DVPN, and you'll click view more. And there's a ton of assets that you can look through, and you would find it, and then you would just click it and it will bring you to the swap. Okay. That's just a little trick in case you cannot find it. So we're here at the swap. You're going to choose USDC. You're going to swap to your DVPN. See, it's not popping up for me. Let's scroll down. And of course, it's going to play me right now. So let's just say, let's use Atom as an example. Once again, you can go to assets and you can find it. I don't feel like taking all day right now. So let's say this is DVPN. You're going to swap however much USDC that you want for the DVPN. Once again, $5 to $10 is more than enough for right now. Unless you feel like you need to load up because you think that this might get extremely expensive in the future, which it could. I don't really know how that will work out, but right now, $5 to $10 is just fine. It should last you a while. Once you commit to the swap, you are going to go to assets. You would then find your DVPN, which will be up here at the top somewhere, and you are going to click withdraw. It's automatically going to find your Kepler wallet's address to withdraw to. You want to replace that, okay? You need to come over here to your Meile dVPN app. We'll go back over there real quick. You need to come back over here. You need to copy this address, okay? And then we need to paste it over there. So we're going to take this address right here. This is my address, by the way. Feel free to send me some DVPN if this video is helpful to you. Feel free to load me up. You see, I'm a brokey right now, right? You want to send a brother 1,000 DVPN for posting this video and making it simple for you, that'll be love. All right. We are gonna go back over to the browser. So remember, we're taking this address right here because we want to get some DVPN over here. Going back to my browser now, and we would then paste it over here for the withdrawal address. Then you're going to go ahead, accept the transaction, and it should be there within like 2 seconds, and it should only cost you about a penny. Gas fees over here on Cosmos are bananas. All right. It's so cheap over here. All right. After you do that, that's how you get some DVPN going from the EVM side, right? If you're on on an EVM blockchain, you can use layer swap to get over into the Cosmos ecosystem so easily. And then you can do your swap here. And then I just showed you how to withdraw it to the Meile app, the decentralized VPN app. Now let's go back over there and I will wrap up this video by showing you how to do your subscription. Okay, so as you can see, your DVPN will be sitting right here on your wallet tab. You can go back by clicking this back button, and then you would go to subscriptions. Actually, you would not go to subscriptions. You would actually begin looking for whatever node you want to run your your VPN on. Let's say Singapore. So we would click Singapore. You would go through here. Hopefully you understand what all this looks like a little bit more than me. And then you would just click on the, hopefully y'all saw that. So you just click in the gray area of that particular node. And you got two options. You got hourly that you can pay for. All right. And you can see some of the prices now. So basically $1.57 will get you 2 days. Now, I didn't do the hourly, so I don't know if this is saying you literally got, from the time I subscribe right now, I'm only going to be able to use this for 8 days, or if that's got to be it. So I think if I subscribe to this today at this price, then I have access for 5 days. So it's not cheap. It's not cheap compared to a regular VPNs, usually anywhere from like $8 to maybe $15, depending on what you're getting. But remember, that depends on what you're getting. And the other thing is I wouldn't just come over here and load up like that, because if you are looking to avoid like, let's say, if you're looking to get past a geo-blocking and you just come over here and you choose one node and you load it up for 30 days, well, you don't know if that node is even going to pass that geo-blocking that's going on. For instance, I chose the node that I'm using now, and I only paid for the other route, which I'll show you in a second. But it didn't do what I needed it to do. So, you know, it still works. It still masks my IP because I verified that, but it did not get past the geo blocking. I had to find a different route to that. Now the other way that you can pay is through paying for a certain amount of bandwidth. All right, that doesn't want to pull up right now. So if I choose bandwidth, then you could just pay for however much you want to utilize. 13 gigs. And that, I mean, that could be days if you're not leaving it on, right? If you're just using it 30 minutes at a time, this can last you a good amount of time for 35 cents. You might have a regular VPN that you use normally, and then you might have your DVPN that you're using to, I don't know, get past geo blocking if you find a good server, or whatever you plan on doing. Of course, you're going to have your own strategy and use cases, but I think that this is probably a better route to just pay for, because I couldn't imagine if I was just turning this on and off, only using it a certain amount of time. I couldn't imagine how long this would actually last me. Probably a long time. But I mean, if I'm wrong, you guys could correct me in the comments and tell me what you think the better route would be. But I think definitely if you're just looking to test some servers and see what they can do for you, I would start off very low, maybe a few gigs, spend you like 10 cents and just test it out. All right. So that's how you pay. It's very simple. And once you accept that, then you will see that you have access to a server. Now, if I want to turn this on right now, I can go to my subscriptions, right? And this is where I will see the node that I just paid for. And I paid for a certain amount of bandwidth, like I said, and I see that there's an expiration date for April 1st, 2024. So I guess I gotta use that amount of bandwidth within the next few months, and then it will expire. Okay, keep that in mind. Um, so yeah, this is how you would actually access your DVPN and turn it on. You would just click this right here, boom, turn it on. I'm not gonna do that right now because it will interfere with my recording and it'll just mess things up. Um, but you will click that, and then you're going to have a loading bar come up that's going to say it is connecting. You're also going to have an interface pop up from Microsoft that's going to say, do you want to allow this to make this program to make changes to your hard drive? Just say yes. And this is also a good time to mention too, when you first start this app up, I should have said this at the beginning of the video, but you can't remember everything when you're recording, right? But when you first open up this application, Microsoft, if you're using Windows, is going to pop up and it's going to tell you this could be risky. We don't know who is in control of this application. They can make changes to your PC, right? Um, then you're going to just continue and run the program. The reason they are giving you that notification is because the creators of this application did not go and pay Microsoft for a license with them. Okay. They did not go to the gatekeepers and ask them, can you recognize us pretty much? All right. So that's all that is. I just want to let you guys know it's perfectly fine. Um, and yeah. So once it connects, um, you'll go back here and you'll see your bandwidth start to have some type of score. I think I left mine on for like 5 minutes and it was only like 0.02% of my bandwidth. So it wasn't much at all. And then also you have this warp button right here. VPNs encrypt your internet traffic. However, DNS traffic is still in plain text. Cloudflare's warp will encrypt your DNS traffic, ensuring no one can see your browsing history. So that's another thing that you may want to activate. Okay. That is all I got for you guys in this video. I trust that it's going to be extremely helpful to you in setting up your own decentralized VPN. Before I close out, I guess I can give you my thoughts on this as well. I'm going to continue to support this movement and utilize this technology. I think it's still very early on. It's a bit clunky compared to traditional VPNs. But that's the growing pains. We're at the very beginning of this. And my thing is, I just support decentralization and power to the people. And that's what this looks like to me is we're decentralizing things and we're taking back our power. So I support that. Um, the price is it really depends, right? If I wanted to use this 24/7 compared to once again a traditional VPN, then the price can be a bit more on the expensive side. Um, just a few more dollars more. So that's really up to you. Quality, it really depends because you're gonna have to really test some of these servers out and see if they can do what you need them to do, right? And lastly, you only get one server depending on how you set this up, right? You're paying for one server at a time. And so that's a big difference, once again, from a traditional VPN, because I can just hop from server to server whenever I want to. If I want to use different browsers with different servers, it's very easy for me to do that. And I guess it is with this as well. If you're paying for different servers and you either pay for a certain amount of time to have access to that, or if you simply pay for bandwidth on different servers and you only use that browser with a specific node or a server, I guess that can work out as well. So these are just some of the things that I'm looking at, and I can see uh, some negatives and some positives, right? And so that's all that I wanted to express to y'all right there. Um, but yeah, as far as this, I'm gonna keep supporting. I'm gonna keep using this, and I think it's good for the ecosystem, and I'm pretty sure that they have servers that will benefit me in some type of way. So that is it, y'all. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and supporting. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, share the video with, your social media followings, your group chats, all of that. Educate people on these new decentralized VPNs. And this is pretty much, I think, is going to be the best video on this particular subject as far as going and setting it up. I haven't seen anybody else really touch upon this subject or this protocol in this way. So hopefully this is a cool little tutorial for y'all. Thanks again. Peace.